This is one of the easiest ways to make money right now online. So if you have an e-commerce website or you're thinking about it, e-com microsites are where it's at. So they are the future of huge revenue online. Not many people are doing this at all, and they are not what you think they are. Now, if you own an e-com website, you're going to see why this is so powerful in a second. But here's what an e-com website is, because most people have a very narrow idea on what e-com is, and it's a huge opportunity lost if this is all you think it is. So an online store, yes. A sales-focused website, sure. Product catalog, payment system, direct-to-consumer. Okay, maybe. Some of that, sure. Common e-com products that you might think of, and this is where the opportunity is. All of these things. This is what we all think of. Skincare, supplements, board games, snacks. But did you know there's a whole world out there of e-com that you probably are missing? Now follow me here. So I'm going to type into Google Amish sheds near me. So where I live, many Amish people live as well, and they're great craftsmen and they build awesome sheds. And guess what? A shed is a $5,000 to $20,000 investment for people, right? How could I use an e-com website to do this? So check this out. What we're going to talk about now is high ticket drop shipping, which is a variant of e-com microsites, because it is a powerful underserved niche. How it differs from regular drop shipping, right? Typically, the items that we discussed earlier are less than $100. With high ticket drop shipping, it's 500 up. And we're talking some things could be $20,000. And if you're making 10% of 20,000, you can do the math. That's a good income. All you have to do is sell a couple per month. So the profit per share compared to regular drop shipping is $5 to $20 versus 200 to 1,000, right? Sales volume needed, high versus low. Customer expectations. Now, this is a hard one right here. Do you see this? In regular drop shipping, if you have a website that just sells many, many, many things, right, the customer expectation is small because they only spent $30 with you. But if you're selling a high ticket drop shipping item, the expectation is higher, right? Which requires much different marketing styles. And these marketing styles for high ticket drop shipping really work well with e-com microsites. So let's say that I wanted to create a business where I'm going to sell Amish sheds in my local area. Let's say Maryland is my local area. That's a lot of people, millions of people, right? And I want to sell Amish sheds because I know people are looking for them. And I know that these type of business owners, they typically are not, doing the best job with their websites. Why? Well, they don't have electricity. They don't market online typically, so the competition is less. So right there is a definite opportunity for a marketer like me or you to come in and partner. And that's the key term, partner with these different builders, because you could go to a builder and say, hey, look, I'm really good at marketing. I have a couple websites. I think I can sell more of your sheds. Would you want to partner with me? And that's the beginning of the high ticket dropshipping method. And I'm going to show you how microsites come into play. So step one in this strategy is to create a primary brand website. Now this is going to be built out like most e-com websites where you can accept payment, right? This is the primary brand website. And what we can do, this is very fun, we can come over to Namecheap and they have what is called beast mode. And you can type in a bunch of URLs that you think would be relevant, right? If it's grayed out right here, like MarylandAmishSheds.com, this has been registered since 2017. I cannot get it. And that's one of the best ones that I would want. That probably would be my main brand right there. Boom. I would get that one right there. Another one that I wanted would be AmishSheds.com, but it doesn't have the location, right? And how I got these domains, like just kind of spitballing here, figuring out what's what, I just used ChatGPT. So what we want to do, right, is location plus keyword variance. That's always the mixture of a proper microsite, because I do not want to sell to the whole of United States. I don't even want to go down to Virginia or Pennsylvania, Delaware. I want to stay in Maryland. Why? Well, it helps focus. And if I wanted to change these, URL domains, the variants to different states, well, that's even more opportunity. The point here is, if I'm able to have one branded website, my primary one, which can accept payments, and I can have 30 other websites that all funnel into the primary, then you have the e-com microsite strategy. Now, there's one other way to look at this. So before I go any further, I want to give you an opportunity, because I know a lot of people have reached out to me specifically after doing this video. A lot of people watch this video, which prompted this one. But if you have an e-com website with many SKUs, you have many products, this could be for you too. So let's pretend that we have a primary website on what? Solar power systems, right? So we sell solar panels, inverters, solar batteries. All these are high cost items. What you can do, you can break off these SKUs into separate websites. In other words, I could have MarylandSolarPanels.com. I could have MarylandSolarInverters.com, MarylandSolarBatteries.com. I don't want to have one website anymore. Those days are over. I create many, many websites to give me more opportunity to make sales. And this is what it would look like in real time. I would go through here. So I asked GPT to just tell me, all right, give me some EMDs. An EMD is an exact match domain. So what people type into Google, you can figure out the volumes, the CPC, you match that with the EMD, right? So then we're going to copy and paste all these over into Namecheap, and we're going to figure out which ones, are available. So all you do is this. Paste it right there, generate, and you're going to see the new URLs are going to come up. You go, okay, this one's available, this one's available. And remember, domains are really, really affordable. So we have solar panels. Maryland is not available. Usually the ones that are the best, someone's already thought about this, but sometimes you can find huge opportunity. Now let's take a second and pause here. You need to understand why this is so valuable. So if you were to do this, and you were to be successful, and let's pretend you wanted to sell your asset. Many people in e-com have one website that does a really good job, and it makes sense. I get it. Okay, you're getting traffic through CPC, so you're paying Google ads, and you have organic traffic through Google. That's cool, but do you know what's cooler is this. You have a primary website that does all these things. So the primary, if we come down here, primary equals CPC, so you're paying SEM, which is Google ads, and then you're also doing organic. Right? That's old school, still works, it will work, we still need to do that. Then on top of that, we have 30 plus microsites. And what the microsites do is they focus on a particular product or a location or a service, and they all funnel back into what? They all funnel back into the primary. And no, I'm not talking about backlinks. We don't link them together because that would be a PBN, and that's definitely not what we want. We just want one cohesive marketing engine that all creates more and more revenue. And after it's said and done, this is what I would want. I would want 4 to 5 of my websites to be on the SERPs. So Google SERPs are the Google search results. And I want an unfair advantage when someone types in Amish sheds near me. I want them to click on many of my websites. I want them to call my business many times and realize we are the authority. We will help you, right? That's the whole goal. If you have the majority of eyeballs or ears in any market, you have a lot of power to make a lot of money. Right? So what this looks like over here, microsites equal what? A focused offer. So that can be focused on the location or the specific product. And if I was going to do this, and I do this, right? I built 50 microsites last year that get leads every single day automatically. Because why? We have a phone with an AI agent attached to it. And people, my friends who look at this and they call the phone number on these, they're impressed. They're like, that's much better than I thought it is. You can't really tell it's AI. And it records the call and it ships it to the people that we sell the leads to, which is a whole different component. So let's pretend that you didn't want to actually do all of the selling and the fulfillment of the drop shipping. Let's just say that you wanted microsites, e-com microsites. Well, what you can do is you can resell those leads to the different manufacturers, the local manufacturers, and not even bother with fulfillment. But the most money in e-com with this concept is definitely fulfilling it and doing the whole process. Now, there's a lot of nuance to this because it goes layers deep. To be successful with the microsites, you have to have very specific things in place. You cannot just throw up a website or two and be successful. So if you want someone to do this for you who's already done it, you can book a strategy call with me right here at rankexpand.com. And on top of this, it might be out by the time this video launches. Check the link in the description, but we are going to create Rank Expand Academy, which is for DIYers, agency owners, people who want to do this themselves. So you're going to learn microsites, you're going to learn a lot of other things, and it'll be a community all wrapped into one. So check the links in the description. It might be available right now.